As I'd shown during the unboxing of this kit, there are quite a few mold lines on the body itself, which of course need to be removed. They are easily visible, but just to make it easier for me to remember where they are, and also of course to show where they are a bit more clear, I'm marking them off with a marker. It's just a permanent black marker, nothing really special here, and once they are all marked off, I could start removing them. The mold lines themselves are pretty thick and standing up really high, so I'm removing the highest points with a hobby knife, just carefully scraping along the edge and removing that main sharp point. Once that is all done, I'm just moving on to the regular process, sanding them down with the sanding sticks and removing those really rough scratches with some 600 grit sanding pads afterwards. The rough work is now done, so I could refine it with the 600 grit and also sand the rest of the body while I'm at it at the same time. And finally, before I move on to priming and painting, I'm just scribing out the panel lines to make them a bit deeper and also to give it a bit more grip for the paint to stick to it. The body is all corrected and cleaned up, so I can move on to primer. First, of course, those hard to reach, easy to forget spots, and then the rest of the body with a couple light coats. A couple coats of primer are now applied to the body. I let that sit and dry for about 30 minutes, checked it over, and it didn't really need any sanding or correcting, so I could just move on to painting the color on straight away. With the first light coat applied, I let it sit and dry for about 5 minutes and repeated this same step a couple of times until the coverage was fully there and I was satisfied with the way the color looked. final coat of green has now been applied, so I could move on to let it sit and cure for about 24 hours before moving on to the extensive amount of masking that needs to be done. In this case, I'm letting it sit and dry for about a day, which normally would be a couple of hours, but since I'm masking off this many parts of the body, I'd rather have absolute security that the paint is completely dry before moving on to masking. So about a day later, I start with the masking process. On the side, I wanted a white dot, which on the racing cars normally has a number in it. I'm just going to go for the plain white dot. Cutting out a circle with a circle cutter. I have links in the description to most of the tools used right here, so feel free to check those out. Placing the circle on it, and of course I want the inside of the circle to be painted, but to be sure that the shape is maintained, I'm just using this as a template and putting the rest of the masking tape carefully around it to of course obtain that circle shape with the perfect form. With both pieces of tape now in place, I could remove the center part, of course, as that needs to be painted silver and then white on top. With that all done, I could remove onto the center stripes, of course. Laying down a nice center line, I cut down from some kip masking tape to about 2 millimeters wide, and then just laying out the stripes, determining the width, and masking the rest of the body off as well. With the entire body now masked off, the stripes laid down, and the dot on the side placed, I could move on to laying down a nice silver base to make the colors pop and cover really easily, as it's a dark green and the yellow and white are bright colors, so the brighter the underlayer, the easier it is to get them covered. Both of the dots are now painted white and the stripes are painted yellow. I let it dry for a little bit and then carefully started removing all of the masking tape to reveal a perfectly painted body with a nice white dot and some stripes on top to give it that really 60s racing look the customer is after. All is now unmasked, so I could move on to putting on some clear. Again, just like the Mustang and the Ford GT, this one is supposed to be a semi-gloss sheen as well, so I'm just going to apply 2 nice coats of semi-gloss clear to get the perfect finish the customer is after. first coat is laid down, it looks nice and glossy and even all over. Now it's time to just let that cure for a bit and turn to the semi-gloss sheen, and then move on to the second coat, of course. The two coats of clear are on, it's starting to turn into a nice satin sheen. Now it's time to let it cure for about 2 to 3 days before moving on to the rest of the body parts. In the meantime, of course, I'm going to start on the chassis and interior work.